You just crossed over into the female zone.
3 years ago, I willingly gave up custody of my son, my only son at the time, to my baby daddy. And I let him kind of do whatever he wanted because I wanted to get my life together. I didn't necessarily get a career or anything going for myself yet, but my mind space is different, you know? If he wanted to give me custody today, I could figure it out and handle it, you know? We put a room in put a room in my apartment for him. 3 years ago, I was in a different mind space. I didn't want to be a mom anymore, so I gave him up. And I found a new man, and I had more kids and stuff, and we've been cool. And I kept tabs, but my baby daddy lives motel to motel. He's not the best father. So I kind of lost track of my son, you know? But he's never been in, like, CPS custody or anything, so the dad can't be doing too bad, you feel me? But just recently on my For You page, I seen that him and his little girlfriend are making videos and making money on this app. And I don't think that that's very fair. So here I am trying to get custody of my kid back. He's mine. He's not theirs. I needed to get my life together, and my life is together now. So now you owe me my kid back. Like, I don't care how old he is. I don't care if he wants to see me or not. You deserve to give me my kid back. You don't just get to go make money with him on the internet. If anybody gets to put him on videos and make money, it's me. Thanks. Bye.
Sucks to be you.
Hold up a second, sweetie. Did this gorilla understand this correctly? Are you literally saying that you want your child back because you can make money with him on the internet? That's the sole reason you want your child back? Because your ex is making money on the tiki-takis or whatever with your kid, and you feel, oh no, you're entitled to the money that you can make on social media with the kid. Wow, mother of the year. So listen, maybe the kid's dad isn't the greatest dad, but it's not like the kid is trying to find you and run to you and say, hey, please take me now. And supposedly your life is together now. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, because you got a couple of rugrats in the back. Doesn't mean that you're actually a great mom. But considering the justification that you're saying, if anybody deserves to make money with your kid, it's you. That's why you're justifying that you want custody of the kid back. I mean, hell, you're not even saying, hey, you know what? I want to be in my son's life again. I would like 50-50 custody. I like to show him, hey, I have changed. I'm a different person. I want to be a part of your life. Nope. You want a payday. Dang. I mean, when they say that some women choose the career paths of alimony and child support, I'm pretty sure that they have women just like you in mind. I think I speak for all men when I say I hope that you don't ever get custody of your son, because your son isn't an ATM, all right? Maybe his dad ain't perfect, but it seems to this gorilla, his dad is giving him a better life. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Oh, you're so lucky. You just have cats. You don't have kids. I had to order child-proof knobs because when I came home from work yesterday, one of my burners was on. He lit a burner on a stove. It was a flame, a light. Yeah. So come at me with, you're so lucky you don't have kids.
You know, I don't think I've ever heard a man tell a woman, you're so lucky you don't have kids, you're lucky you have cats. This gorilla would think that more than likely just comes from other women, because somehow, some way, cats are not a replacement for children. I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand, ladies. You know, that strong, all-powerful urge of, I don't want to have kids, but I want to have a bunch of cats paired with a bunch of box wine, rom-com movies, and a stack of smut novels in the back. Got it. That's overpowering. Blah, blah, blah. But when you got the life that you wanted, which this queen obviously has it, don't make these dumb videos trying to justify your choices or trying to say, oh, it's tough because he turned on the stovetop. Yeah, well, you know what? You decided to have fur balls for kids. You live with the consequences of that. Come on, sister. You're living the dream right now. You don't need no man. No, you got to get back online on one of those online pet stores and order some more squeaky toys and plenty of Meow Mix. That's the scent of strong and independent. Moving on.
I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. Men are a disappointment. Men lie, men cheat, men essay women and kids. Don't come on here saying not all men are the same, because 99.9% of them are. So maybe you're right. That 0.1% isn't the same. Other than that, yeah, men are a disappointment. Why does a grown-ass man feel it's okay to flip off a 16-year-old? Why? Why does a man feel it's okay to cuss at a woman? Why does a man feel it's okay to put a woman down? Why does a man feel it's okay to touch a woman without her permission? Why? See, all of these things come from men. So don't come on here, especially being a woman, sticking up for men. Men cheat. All men cheat. All men cheat. 99.9% of men cheat. So if you're one of those women that are married and say my husband doesn't, oh baby, he does. And he will. And if he hasn't, he will.
I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Oh, dang, fam. This is an obvious case of, well, we have to ask, who hurt you, sister? Because obviously you have been hurt big time. So according to your hurt logic, all men lie, cheat, and SA women and kids, 99.9% of them. Wow, that's an amazing logic. So question, just starting off, are you saying that women never SA kids? I mean, how many cases have we seen in the news already about female teachers who have been caught sleeping with teenage boys? And that's the ones that we know about. Yeah, most of them. And you say that, oh, well, men do this, men do that. Okay, question, sister. When you say, why do men do this and do that? Well, okay, let's flip that around. Why do women cheat as well? Because women cheat a lot. Why do women lie to men about them not being the father of the kid that they're raising? Why do women falsely accuse men of SA and get them arrested? Why do women divorce them just because they feel like divorcing them and take half their stuff? Why do women demand alimony when they're strong and independent? Why do women decide, hey, you know what? I've been carrying around a bun in my oven for the last 3 or 4 months. Yeah, it's time to abort mission. Why is it overwhelmingly women, way more than men, delete their offspring? You see, two could play this game. This girl can sound equally stupid. Moving on.
These are reasons I'd reject a guy, even if he's, like, attractive or good looking, because trust me, I do not care how attractive you are. If he has no close friends. Why do you have no friends? Why do you have no close friends? Why do people refuse to associate themselves with you? Or he cannot seem to, like, maintain, like, long-term friendships. There's a reason for that. And he's most likely the problem. That's just how I see it in my book. I will reject a man if every ex in his book is crazy, because you know what it's giving? Men versus accountability. Like, it takes two, okay? It takes two in a relationship. It is completely different if he's, like, talking about his past relationships or, like, past girls, and he's like, well, I did this and she did that. And it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because it's like, you're also talking about your wrongdoings. But if he's fully sitting up there refusing to speak about, like, all the bad things that he did in the relationship and everyone is just classed as crazy, like, no, you just don't know how to take accountability for your own actions. Kind of going off of that, if he can't apologize when he's in the wrong. Like, he is one of those people that always has to be right. That's a no for me. If he flirts with everyone because he just has a flirty personality, I don't care. I'm the most loyal person I know. Like, I'm genuinely the most loyal person I know. I cannot be with someone, I cannot interact with someone who just flirts with everyone because they just have a flirty personality. That's great. You can take that personality elsewhere because it won't be here. I will reject a man if he thinks that kindness is, like, weakness. Like, because I can't do that. Anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love you guys always, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.
God, Karen, you are so stupid.
All right, let's take these points that this young, very ignorant queen pointed out as to why she would reject a man. All right, the first one, he has no close friends. Sister, I'm going to be honest with you. Out of your entire list, this is actually the dumbest thing you could have said, because guess what? If a man is on his purpose, if a man's like working long hours and he's sacrificing making friends and going out and having a good time because he's pursuing success, that means that he has ambition. You know that thing that you women always say that you want in a man? So not having friends doesn't mean a bad thing. All right, the other thing you said, that if all his exes are crazy. Well, it depends how many exes he's had. But my question is, if you're dating a guy and he's had a lot of exes, maybe that should let you know that you are on a roster. Can't admit when he is wrong. Question, can you admit when you're wrong? That only works when both of you are willing to do that. He flirts a lot. Again, if he has a bunch of exes and he flirts a lot, more than likely it means you're on a roster. And thinks kindness is weakness. Actually, to be honest with you, that's mostly women who actually interpret a man's kindness as weakness. Just saying. Moving on.
So I took a break from TikTok for a long time because after my divorce, I started dating a guy and he commented on me being on social media. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go off of social media. So dated this guy and was his girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. I adored him, would have done anything for him, would have done anything for his kids, met his kids. And then he broke things off. And I'm not innocent here. I found out he was at the pool with his ex-wife, and he says she showed up after she found out the kids were there, and I guess she went to the other end, but he didn't tell me any of this in the text. He just said, hey, just so you know, so-and-so was here. And I got very emotional about it. I got very upset about it because we were supposed to hang out that day. And instead of hanging out, I felt like he was hanging out with her. And instead of like letting me apologize for that and explaining like, and then the text, it didn't make sense. Instead, he just said he couldn't do it because I'm a roller coaster. So now it's like starting back square one of like, how do I do this again? How do I trust someone? How do I ever put myself out there again? Do I ever want to put myself out there again? Everyone's like, be alone, be alone, be alone, be alone, be alone, be alone. I've been alone even during my marriage. Like, how long do I need to be alone for? It's just hard.
You were alone even in your marriage, and you said, how do you trust someone? Sweetheart, have you noticed that you are the problem here? Okay, hold up a second. I find it extremely awesome how women do this. It's just like this queen did. She jumped a very big section there as to he broke it off because he didn't give you a chance to apologize because you misunderstood his ex was at the pool. So in other words, you over-exaggerated. He's the one who trusted you and told you, hey, such and such is here. You misinterpreted everything. And even though we weren't there, every guy who's been through this already knows what happened. You jumped the gun. You blew up on the guy. You made a huge fight about it. You quickly assumed the worst, that he was back with his ex, and you accused him of the worst possible freaking things. And then after a long drawn out fight, when you found out the truth, you found out exactly what happened, then you were like, oh, well, I'm sorry, I misunderstood because the text was a little confusing. This is not uncommon. This is something that women constantly do. The problem here wasn't him. I'm pretty sure the problem was you. Do you know that men, especially men who are divorced with kids, you know what the one thing they want from a woman, if they just have another woman in their lives? Peace and quiet. They don't want you to complicate their lives. They have enough problems. They had enough of that crap with their exes. So if you come into their lives and you don't bring peace, they're going to cut you off. So there is a 90% plus chance probability that you are the one who started all the problems. You're the one who didn't trust him. And now you're asking, how can you trust someone else? Miss me with that BS, honey. I highly recommend following suit with a bunch of other women. Fill your life up with cats and box wine. I'm not saying this for you. I'm saying this for the mental health of the cats and the mental health of the men that you're not going to ruin.
You're goddamn right. I'm just saying, if you enjoy this audit, click on the video in the end screen for more content. If you would like to support the channel, please follow the link in the description to donate to our beer fund, or like, subscribe, and share this video on other social media platforms. If you agree or disagree with anything about this audit, please let us know in the comments. I'm going to leave this audit right here. I'll see all of you in the next episode.